Hi, Tony from Tony's E-Cig Stuff. Today we're going to be looking at a Sub-Ohm tank, and this one is the Atlantis Aspire. Okay, let's take it apart and see how it works. Removable drip tip, as you can see. Put your own drip tip on there if you want. And unscrew the base, and it should come apart. Like so. There is the inner hole, so when you're putting your juice in, don't forget guys, you know the script now. Juice goes around the hole, not in the hole, and that's the coil. Coil's pretty straightforward, like most coils. Screws out, screws back in. And as these are cotton coils, always put your juice on your coil before you assemble it. Let the juice soak in a bit, otherwise you'll get a burnt taste on the cotton coil when you start vaping. So once you've filled it up, you reassemble it. Put your drip tip back on. Now the airflow system on this is a combination of holes. One tiny hole, but if you want to do mouth to lung, if you're still into that. And you take it to the second position, which is one larger hole, which you'll get more taste, but not as much vapor. And then you can go to the final position, which is the big air hole, which is basically for lung inhaling, which is what you want to be doing if you're sub-ohming really. And I tend to always have it on wide open, so I can do lung inhales. Okay, I'm going to fill this up with juice, and I'll be back in a moment, and we'll see how it performs. Okay, I've filled up the Atlantis Aspire, put it back together as you can see, and I've got the air hole wide open, as I like to lung inhale. And I've got the juice in there, which is Mr. B's Dairy Custard. I've done a review earlier on, you may have seen it. Great custard, great e-liquid. It's 6 milligram and it's 80 VG, 20 PG. I'm going to couple this today with my old fave, the E-Cig 50. So let's put it together and let's see how it performs. And as usual, 26 watts, that's an 0.5 ohm coil. Let's have a toot. Wow, look at them clouds. Where have you gone? Oh, I'll set my alarms off here. Belting setup there. I say the E-Cig 50 with the Atlantis Aspire. Air hole wide open, 0.5 ohm coil. What a setup. Let's have another tooth. Amazing clouds. Okay, in my previous videos, as you know, I'm into sub-ohming now, and I use my Mad Hatter dripper, which is a belting setup, but it's not always practical to take a dripper out with you. So that's why these tanks are much more practical. They still get the sub-ohm experience, and as I say, you just fill them up and away you go, because you don't want to be taking your dripper out of your pocket every 5 minutes if you're in the boozer or on the bus and dripping your drips on it. So the tank sub-ohm, you're getting the sub-ohm experience, but it's a tank, so it's more practical for out and about. And I say I've got a couple, as you know. I've done a video previously with this, the Kanga Sub-Tank Mini, which is a great tank, and this Atlantis Aspire, that's a great tank. But it's not a lot between them, to be honest with you. They're both excellent tanks, but they perform slightly different in the way you inhale. This one is a belter, good air intake and all that. But this Aspire, it's more area, and I think I prefer that, to be honest with you. Between the two, there's nothing in them really. I mean, both excellent tanks, Kanga Sub-Tank Mini, Atlantis Aspire. But for me, the Atlantis Aspire edges it slightly over the Sub-Tank by Kanga. So this is my preference more often than not, but as I say, both excellent tanks, recommend them both. Yeah, sub-ohming, great setup. Okay guys, I hope this has been helpful and informative, and if it is, leave your comments down below, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and join the channel. You're more than welcome. I'd love to see you here. So I'm going to have a few toots and then I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Wow, even though that air hole is wide open, still getting plenty of flavour. And Mrs. B's Dairy Custard, I'd say previous video, recommend it, great e-liquid. Let's have another toot. Clouds, bags of clouds.